is the comedy show where Americans in America covering American news are called foreign agents. After Joe Biden announced he was running for president, last week CNN came out with a bombshell report saying a new CNN poll showed Biden in a commanding lead among Democrats. In fact, his announcement gave him an 11-point bounce, leaving him head and shoulders above the rest of the candidates. Incredible, unbelievable. Watch out, folks. This time around, Joe Biden is bigger, badder, bolder, and ready to rub your shoulders. Yes, he is. There's only one itsy-bitsy problem. If you actually look at the CNN poll that CNN is quoting from, they didn't talk to almost anyone between 18 to 49. That's like half of the America. Yeah, is celebrating Joe Biden like he's a 2-year-old who's just learned how to use the potty. Biden has a few tiny strikes against him in the race for the presidency. Let's start with the fact that he's the only one in the race to have lost the race for the presidency multiple times. He is a step ahead of the others in losing big time. His first run was back in 1988 when he was a perky young man of 67 years old. That run flopped spectacularly after it was revealed he had been plagiarizing large chunks of his speeches. So back then, it was discovered Biden didn't have the moral character of someone we'd want in the Oval Office. And this time around, he's plagiarized the look of the old guy with white hair, actually winning the race right now. I mean, he is. He's copying Bernie. Until 2 weeks ago, Joe Biden had dreadlocks, okay? He did. He did. He was big into fish 2 weeks ago. Let's move on to the fact that Joe Biden proudly boasts that he was friends with staunch racists like Strom Thurmond and Jesse Helms. He even gave the eulogy at Thurmond's funeral, at which the corpse was visibly sucked down to the fiery depths of hell, where Strom Thurmond was horrified to find out hell is not segregated. He was terrified. I mean, Lucifer may be a lot of things, but he's not a bigot, okay? But we shouldn't be surprised Biden loves the racists, considering he too fought against school desegregation. And he led the charge on the anti-drug bills that did such a tremendous job of locking away millions of people of color while finding a way to let white drug users slide. Biden later took pride in reminding audiences that through the leadership of Senator Thurmond and myself and others, Congress had passed a law mandating a 5-year sentence with no parole for anyone caught with a piece of crack cocaine no bigger than a quarter. Biden pressured President Clinton to be, quote-unquote, tough on crime. The ensuing 1994 Violent Crime Control and Law Enforcement Act, passed with enthusiastic Clinton administration pressure, would consign millions of black Americans to a life behind bars. It is a real quote. I see, Joe, so who exactly should get to have the other right to her body? You, Donald Trump, Bill Clinton, right? A crime. A bit too real, I hear you. Biden is also pro-Wall Street. His biggest contributor for most of his career was the credit card giant MBNA. He was one of the many senators who voted to repeal the Glass-Steagall Act, clearing the way for the 2008 economic collapse. So Biden can partially be blamed for the catastrophic financial collapse, the horrific war on drugs, a war on our own people, and arguably the worst conservative judge in the Supreme Court. But why stop there? Slippery Biden supported the awful pro-corporate trade deals like NAFTA and TPP, and he supported just about every U.S. imperial exercise, including our many wars during his roughly 90-year career, and our toppling of governments around the world. And in his recent campaign speeches, he has hardly mentioned climate change, except for when there were penguin people, literally, that's them, standing right in front of him for the entirety of his speech. So it took some sort of global warming fever dream 3 feet in front of his face for him to pretend to give a shit that our future is dying. But maybe I'm being a little hard on Joe Biden. Since his time as vice president, he has done some outstanding work, going around the country and awarding medals to those who really deserve them, the moral heroes of our communities.
Mr. President, on a very serious note, it's my honor to present you both with the National Constitution Center 2016 Liberty Medal. You both deserve it.
Is it an honor, Joe? Yeah? Is it an honor to give a war criminal a medal? Well, if that's an honor for you, then it'll be an honor for me to see you not become president yet again.